Right, and we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sports. It is the second South African Champions Cup match of the day. The Stormers hosting Sale Sharks down in Cape Town, and a very, very big, important game for the Stormers. You came just short, really, in so far in the Champions Cup. So they're kind of in a close but no cigar. So in a bit of an interesting position now, the Stormers, a little bit like the Bulls, where they're not out of things. You know, they're sitting fourth on the log with a 1 win out of 2. Yeah, that very, very important win over La Rochelle, where they just edged them at home, is the reason they're still in this competition, because they lost that first game to... I'm trying to remember who it was. Or the second game, actually, rather. Was it the first game or second game? Either way, they've played 2, they've lost 1. So they've not, as I said, a bit of a shaky start to the tournament. Lost to Leicester, that's what. Maybe shouldn't have as well, actually. So an interesting game up ahead here now, and we'll talk about the teams in a little bit and give you guys the lineup stuff. But before we do that, I would like to ask you to please smash a like on the video, vote in our poll, which will ask you who do you think will win the match. So go and vote in that poll. Let me know who you're backing. Where you're watching from, for example. What are the locations? Send me your location, as Khalid does say. And score predictions as well. Be very, very much welcomed. Just going to make sure everything's working here from a logistical point of view, which it all does appear to be that. Kickoff is in a few minutes' time, so I suppose I should probably go down to the channel, shouldn't I? Watch a bit of cricket. And there we go. We are now... Why am I fan making weird noise? I don't have time for you to give after me. But, yeah, jam-packed to get the game of day of games is probably where we're trying to get to. We had the Sharks earlier winning. We had the Bulls demolishing Bristol. Bristol scoring 2 tries at the end to kind of make it save it a face. And I'll tell you what, this is a good Sale Sharks side. They have brought a lot of their stars, the likes of Augustin Currie, for example, involved. Ben Currie, Rob de Preer is here. He's the sole Duprier. The twins not down here. So it's a bit of a mixture of players. Luke Dickey off the bench is a nice player to have. But yeah, let's go through the team, shall we? So if you look at the Stormers, not too many changes from what we've seen recently. So in the front row, Steve Tole will continue in the number 1 jersey. He will have Andre Hugo Venter and Neertling Bashir for company. RJ Smith, Ruben van Heerden in that back row with them. Dion Fourie in the number 6 jersey. Will captain the side. He's got Ben Jace Dixon and Chiva Darmani in that back row. Darmani on the back of a man of the match performance 2 weeks ago, I think it was. And then with Herschel Yankees partnering Ronnie Liebach, Leon Zaz, Cornels Kostan, the 2 wings. In the midfield will be Dan Duplessis, who will have Slayman Hartzenberg for company, and with the injury to Ruan Nel, ruling him out for the rest of the season. Damien Willemse at full back. Off the bench, it will be Springbok, Joseph Weber, Astor Vermaak, Brock Harris, Connor Evans, Marcel Tennyson, Nava Klaba, in a 6-2 split, which features Paul de Vet and Warwick Galant as the 2 backline players there. For Sale, it is Ross Harrison in the front row, next to Augustin Creevy and James Harper, Ben Bamba, Johnny Hill, the 2 locks. It will be Sam Dugdale, Ben Currie, and Josh Bowman in the loose trio. Gus Waugh will partner Rob de Preer, who's at 10. We've then got Aaron Reid, Alex Willis, the 2 wings, Sam Bedlow and Sam James in the midfield, the 2 Sams. And then you've got Telesa Vianu at full back. Off the bench, it'll be Luke Cowan-Dickey, Tumi Onasanya, Asha Apoki Forge, Ruben Burge, Tommy Taylor, Nia Thomas, Tom Curtis, and Riketi Marcia White. So, yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how Tom Currie goes, for example, one of the big players for Sale. And I think that Rob de Preer, obviously, sort of back in the country, be very keen to see how he goes, because... yeah, as a player that maybe wasn't fully appreciated during his time in South Africa towards the end, made that move to the UK, followed the twins and the dad. Stormers are playing in their black kit, by the way, so they sort of Champions Cup kit, and are just having the last few words there from Captain Dion Fourie. So yeah, let's go. Let's get your score predictions in. Keep voting on the poll. Let's see what this game is going to throw at us. Referee in the middle will be Luke Ramos. You're wearing his white kit today. Sale in there sort of like a bit of a baby blue almost. Rob de Preer with ball in hand with that characteristic moustache. And we've got the Stormers, as I said, in the black kit. Black shirt, black shorts, black on black. And decent crowd in there from the looks of it. I don't think they've opened the top tier, but the bottom tier looks pretty full. So it should be a reasonable atmosphere down in Cape Town. And hopefully pretty good rugby to match. And Rob Dupree at the homecoming for him. Played a lot of rugby for the Stormers before he made that move to the Sharks. 30 years old now. Played outside centre, or playing in the centres this, but 43 games for the Western Province and 14 games for the Stormers before going across to Sharks. He actually played more for the West Province and Stormers than he did for the Sharks. Then he went on a loan to Sale Sharks before joining them permanently in 2019. He's gone on to make over 110 appearances, racking up 656 points so far. It does have a Springbok cap to Rod back in 2018. Has played for the Barbarians as well as the South African, under 20. So he's had a pretty accomplished career, to be fair to him. Yeah, he famously had the worst debut ever, where he came on and got charged down, and yeah, they conceded a try to lose the game against Wales in the States. So yeah, not debut to remember, but since then he's gone and settled at Sale, and it's a pretty good kickoff there for the Stormers. They've managed to set up a nice ruck here for Herschel Young. He should be able to clear and get things going relatively smoothly here. Steve's 24 protection as well as Ruben van Heerden. And he will not go a touch though. He's listening out here. Leon Zas is there to try, and the ball does bounce, and it's going to bounce into the hands of Achira Armani, but I think a knock on there. Mr. Hibachi himself, in fact, a penalty, I think, for being in front of the kicker. So an early mistake that, in fact, for the Stormers. No, it's a penalty for the Stormers for obstruction. So it must have been a knock on something, because otherwise I don't know why they wouldn't have paid advantage. Diamani had the ball in hand and was green grass ahead of him. And he's got, what, a 400-meter record at JP. Quick player. That's a phenomenal kick from Ryan Ebach. Well, that's the perfect start, really. Penalty. No, I see it Bolton, but I don't know why he didn't play advantage here. He blew the whistle far too early. So, don't mind anything a bit frustrated there with the referee. He had Andrew Hugo Fenter of company as well, so it could have been interesting. Right, first line, it's a good one for Andrew Hugo Fenter. Ruben van Heerden goes up and comes down with it. We give the rolling more early on here. Andrew Hugo Fenter famously scored that, well, was a big part of that try. I think he actually did score it, didn't he? Against La Rochelle right at the end, which did give them the result before Monty had that brilliant conversion. But turnover ball here, so Tom Currie come away with it. So good more defense there from Sale. We will have our first scrum of the day, which is always a nice way to sort of set the tone and sort of understand where these teams are going to be at scrum-wise. We just saw very, like in the last sort of hour, how important being good at scrum was, with the fact that Bristol were completely out-scrummed by the Bulls, and that set a big tone for the Bulls to go on to complete what was a very, very impressive victory. Just gonna share everything on the socials here. Get all the people, all the buggers into the chat here. Let's get a bit of a conversation going. Right, a bit of a break in play here. We had a bit of a delay before the start of the game, as the referee had to get some running repairs on his stuff. We've got another bit of break, but the scrum is now finally being formed. And a free kick to the Stormers, so they'll probably take another scrum here. Gets a big and nice early win, actually, that for Steve Satola and Neilton Bashir. Nice to be able to set that tone nice and early. They have caught for another scrum, so all of a sudden, another attacking opportunity here for the Stormers. So a nice good start early on here for the home side. Question is, can they make it count? It is a big question. It is the big question. Right, big scrum, yeah. Need a good hit to the Stormers. This is a pretty good hit. Should be a nice attacking platform, yeah. The ball's down, but the ball is available at the back of the scrum for Hershey Yankees. He fires it up to first receiver Dan Duplessis, cuts back on the inside. Good to see Dan Duplessis back and playing some rugby. I really, really do rate this kid. Now, Ruben van Heerden gets his first carry of the day. The big lock. Now, Hichiba Daimani. Still going. Makes a yard or two. That's a nice line being run by United Rugby. Slightly isolated, and Stale have turned the ball over on the ground there. Augustin Currie coming away with it. Still doing the business, isn't it? The most capped player in Argentinian history. And still operating. Still operating. Yeah, it's a great turnover there from Augustin Currie, showing his experience. So there's a decent clearance there, but the Storm is still in on the front foot. The line just outside the 22. So Hugo Fenter will look to try and probably find Ruben van Heerden. It is Ruben van Heerden who goes up and comes down, looking for the Rolling Moore here. And they're edging forward here. Need to try and move a couple of players. They do sort of start to try to splinter off a little bit. Call is to use it now. No, I think leave now is the call really. So they're still going. But now they've turned badly, and Tom Currie's got his hands in the ball. This is going to be turned over. That's really, really bad protection of the ball there from... Yeah, Tom Currie, in fact, has actually come away with the ball, let alone turnover. So no scrum or anything. He's come away with the ball. So turnover ball here for Sale. Now slow ball this. And Ward's going to take his time here. Try to find a decent clearance. This is inside the 22, so he can touch. And does find a good touch finder. It's frustrating for the ball. I mean, for the Stormers, it's two rolling Moors that haven't quite worked out for them just yet. So I'm just busy sharing the link onto the various social medias. All the social medias. But right, so Andrew European's a bit of running repairs here. Gonna get some tape on the boot. Gives me a bit of chance to get myself organized here. So what are we thinking here, people? I think it's gonna be a close game, a high scoring game. You know, are we predicting tries here? Are we predicting a real sort of tactical arm wrestle? It looks like really nice conditions. I saw some of the weather yesterday, I think it was. And down in Cape Town, it looked absolutely spectacular. So I think the conditions are there for running rugby. A decent crowd in. That looks like a good 20,000, 30,000 people in there, I reckon. So hopefully they are treated to some tries and some exciting rugby as we are busy getting ready to get going once again. That's a good line up there. Dan Duplessis carrying strongly as always. Now Monty Lieber fires it out towards Damien Villains. Damien Villains kicks it in behind. And that's perfectly weighted. Ward's going to have to go into touch there. A little bit, some words to Courtnall's son there from Moore, who did throw more to the side. But don't mind that. A little bit of edge to the game. He wasn't very impressed there, was the scrum half. Not them scrum halves they don't take things lightly, do they? And you can see Courtnall's son just throwing him across, which is, yeah, nothing legal about it, but very much just, you know, putting it in his face. Now, Archie Smith goes up. Bit of a change in the lineup there. That looked a little bit forward from Hershey Yankees. No, flat was the call to Dan Duplessis. Makes a few yards. TV angle, I think they're doing us a bit of injustice. Popped up off the ground. Steve's a toilet. My boy. Former Lions prop. Who's suddenly getting the attention he's been deserving for the last few years. Hershey Yankees fire. Inside ball to RJ Smith. Inside ball to Chiba Daimoni. The step. He's still going. He can't do anything wrong at the moment. Chiba Daimoni. What a try that is. Goodness me. That is next level. Next level. He was talking in the week about playing for the Springboks. That is why. That is why he wants to take the next step because he's there. He's playing brilliant rugby. Great inside ball there for my Libok to RJ Smith. He pops it up to Jedi Bang! Steps away from War. Gets away from, I think that's one of the sands, and then just dots down by the posts. He just wants another man of the match interview so that he can plug the Hibachi shoes. We all see your game, Achieva. We all see your game. We know what you're doing. We know what you're out there looking at. Can't fool us. I don't think Stormers fans will mind too much since they're plugging his shoes every week with his various man of the match awards. What a start that is though for the home side. It's exactly what they needed. Especially when you play at home. They get that early try, get that get the crowd fired up, get them on your side. Let them sort of settle a little bit. John Dobson never looks really happy watching John Dobson. He's a very nervous watcher. But yeah, so let's say go Stormers. Reckons to win by at least 15. And Richard reckons the Stormers will win, even though they scraped through the last few games. Matthew Dixon, home country team to win. Bit of a pun there, if you understand the context, with Tom Currie out here. I'm sure you get a bit of a hostile reception from the home fans. And Samuel says, well, I bet for Stormers, so not a bad deal. I hope you are betting on BOYLESPORTS, who are official partners for the stream alongside BITDEFENDER. So those two are obviously powering these streams. BOYLESPORTS have got the best odds over there. You can see over there, you get 50 Rand extra bet when you put 250 Rand or more on a rugby game. Betting on the Stormers has generally yielded decent results recently. And BITDEFENDER, well, that's a big carry there from Tom Currie. BITDEFENDER are keeping us safe and sound with our devices with some world-class cybersecurity. Very, very happy and proud to announce they're signed on for the year. So huge shout out to BITDEFENDER, who are really, really making all our coverage possible. Now, turnover ball here for the Stormers. Damien Willemse chips it ahead for Leland Zas to chase it. We'll go into touch, but it's a nice exit that from the Stormers. Good turnover. And Damien Willemse, what a player. What a player. Right, running more here, and they go off the back of it to sort of tackle that. Right, now kick overhead from War, which is being willingly chased, but it's a good take. And tackled in the air, so penalty but it's a good take that from Leland Zas. He's settling into the game nicely here. Good to see Cornels Kassan, for example, back at full fitness. Right, so good momentum this now for the Bulls. They're going to kick towards the corner and be able to set up another attacking line out. So really, really positive start this for the home side. They are about 20 meters short, well, just past the 10-meter line, really. And Hershey Yankees long pass to Mani Libok. He fires it flat to Dan du Plessis. And Rob Dupree has read that really well, got up quickly to make the tackle. So a bit of momentum lost. Now a bit of a shift there for Mani Libok. Goes to the left boot there. And, I tell you what, it's almost fallen to the hands of Achieva Diamadi. Andre Hugo Fenter putting a bit of pressure. There's a knock-on advantage here for Sale. And no advantage there. They will go back for the scrum. Nice option there for Mani Libok, though. Pretty well executed as well. Trying to bring Achieva Diamadi into the game as much as possible. And why not when he's playing as well as he is? Oliver England is talking about the shoe tack lace thing. Yeah, we have seen a couple of some running repairs. There was a nice little cross kick there. It actually went through the hands of Alex Willis and almost landed up in with Chiba Diamani. So Marty Liebach already starting to sort of really sort of dictate play and getting involved here, which is good to see. The general, as Swaysterbrain labeled him. When he's playing his best rugby, just so much fun to watch as Marty Liebach and so good to see him playing his best rugby. Don't wake me up. Big scrum that from the Stormers, but the ball is available for sale, I think, unless it's been turned over. Now I think it will appear on the side of sale. Yeah. Eventually comes back. And carried back into contact that by, I think it was Harrison, I think. But taking a bit of time here now is Gus War to formulate his kick. So Dion Free, the referee clearly saying no, it's still going after it. Yeah, Dion Free not going to be talked to about Currie. You can see that wasn't particularly impressed. So the carrier there, actually, I was about to say, I was a bit confused as to who was that. So that was Tami Onasanya, who's onto the park, and that is because he's replaced Ross Harrison. So an early substitution there for Sale. They don't find touch, by the way, from the back of the penalty. That's a brilliant kick. So it's still going to be a Sale lineup, but instead of being inside the 22, it's going to be back inside their own half. So nothing too serious there from Dion Free's infringement. So it worked there from oh. Right, Hershey Yankees, good turn of the ball that from the Stormers. So Sale just making a couple of early mistakes here, just really struggling to settle into the game here. Now Marty Liebach goes to the boot, puts it high in the air. Cornel Sasan is chasing. He's trying to knock it back. He has knocked it back, but he only knocked it back to Rob Dupree. So Sale once again with the ball, just inside Stormers territory. Gus War fires out towards Augustine Creevy, but really good defense means he's basically inside his own half. So not too much gain line advantage there. Now back to Rob Dupree. He puts it to the boot down the right-hand side here. And I think that's Leon Zas. No, in fact, it's going to be, it's Leon Zas. Ball comes backwards, falls back to Ruben van Heerden. So the Storm is continuing with possession. Now Marty Liebach. And Gus War leaving it a bit on Marty Liebach. I mean, it's ironic when you think that Gus War wasn't happy with the tackle that Cornel Sasan made on him. And he just made a very late tackle here on Marty Liebach. Just to try and prove a point. Just remember that Marty Liebach's a World Cup winner, Chief. So be careful, eh? Be careful. So now on the left-hand side goes Chiba Diamani. And a penalty there for hands on the ground while putting the ball on the ground there for Sale. So it'll be a penalty for the Stormers here. I was saying Stormers always look good in their Sharks kit. It is a very nice shirt. I will give them that. I'll tell you what, the Lions Challenge Cup kit is very nice. And, does anyone know somebody at Macron? I've got to get myself some Lions kit here, people. Like, but that Challenge Cup kit, they wore it for that game against Perpignan. Oh, that's a good kit. That's a kit I'm going to have to get. The white one with the like completely white with like a bit of a square over here. It's got like a line down basically, so it's like looks like a square. And yeah, it's the whole line. Yeah, it's very good, very nice. Looks very good on stream, I reckon. Right, good ball there. Dan Dubussy to Molly Liebach. Molly Liebach's caught on the ball there. Gets the offload away, but it's going to be turned over. In fact, it's hacked ahead. Corners Costan's going to have to get down the left-hand side there. Trying to keep it in. No, he's bumbled it backwards. Daniel Willemse pops it back inside. Dan Dubussy. Dan Dubussy. How have they kept this ball in? Chiba Daimani now. Under a bit of pressure. Does very, very well to turn. Nedley Mashiach, that's a pretty poor pass. And Molly Liebach ball over the top to David Willemse. Living on the edge here a bit of the Stormers, but so far, riding a bit of luck. Right, Molly Liebach goes to the boot. You can see his tack's been put quite a lot. And to be fair, Sale not dealing with it particularly well. They've knocked it on, so it'll be another scrum for the Stormers. You can see exactly how pleased with life Johnny Hill was with that. Tom Currie's not happy about something. Yeah, Tom Currie characteristically getting stuck in here. Not a popular figure in South Africa, Tom Currie, after the whole incident with Bongi Manambi last year. So I don't think he'll be particularly warmly welcomed by the Cape Town crowd. Bit of break and play here. As Rude says, 10 o'clock, EPCR Challenge Cup, Montpellier versus Lions. It's really the game of the weekend. I mean, any game with the Lions is the game of the weekend. I don't come here with this, oh, it's the Challenge Cup, oh, it's the Lions who are like, you know, not the best team in South Africa, which they are, by the way. As soon as they beat the Bulls, everybody will realize that. That's next 2 weekends time, 27th. So that should be a really cool game, though. So do make sure you go and join Mr. Rudemeister, Rudes. He is live at 10 o'clock for that game, and it should be very interesting. He's a very second-string line side, but some very nice players. Nico Steyn, watch him. He's a very, very exciting prospect. I also think that Jordan Hendrickson was playing a lot better last week, so very keen to see how he gets on tonight. Johnny Longboard off the bench would be nice to see him get a bit of game time. Eric Cornier, new signing. JC Pretorius gets a start. He's a nice, exciting player to watch. You know, being deemed the next Quacker Smith. So, yeah, you can check him out tonight. Making way, but now a bit of a stick and shove there from the Stormers, and they will get rewarded with a penalty. Really, really good work there. And Albert van Lingen saying, always have time for the Lions. Yeah, well, you know, I think Cheetah supporters, you know, we used to be one. We're not going to go back there. You know, we had our time. But, yeah, weren't those the days, eh? Good old Cats. I mean, the practicality of the Cats, when you think about it, is just a bit silly, to be honest. And you must now have players that live in Bloem for 6 months of the year, live in Joburg for 6 months of the year. Like, what's going on? What's going on? How is it ever going to really work? It didn't really work, to be honest. And yeah, the Lions. I tell you what, the time and the tribulations of the Lions being relegated from Super Rugby, replaced by the bloody Kings, really having to work their way back to them becoming 3 back-to-back finals, not winning a bloody Super Rugby title. Just one would have been nice. Just win one. So, very, very frustrating. But anyway, we move. Good line like that for the Stormers. We've got here, and they're 5 minutes up, by the way. It's a great kick from Moy Liebach. Once again, his kicking for touch has really come in leaps and bounds in the last few months. And it's come down there as the more, but I think the ball should be better. Hey, she's waving that flag. Put your flag down. And RJ Smith working really hard to make sure that ball is available. It is eventually available. And RJ Smith has now hammered Tom Currie on the ground. So that I can guarantee you right now there's a scuffle currently going on. I'll take it all back. He's appeared as RJ Smith. The Yankees has blocked the ball on, I think. Or has the referee heard something? What's going on here? The referee's just sort of blowing the whistle and said, calm. Not entirely sure what's going on there. The TMO check here, I think this is going to be on RJ Smith, who's got a temper. He does have a temper. He was cited for biting as last year. So, yeah, got a bit of a reputation for being on a bit on the dirtier side, which is always frustrating for when you watch a player. He's gifted. I mean, he's an absolute mammoth of a player, quite literally. But what are we checking here? We're checking foul play. That's all good. That's all good. Not sure. I don't think that's what we're checking here, to be honest. So it was a penalty advantage. It's supposed to be a penalty for the Storms, but I think they're going to look at the clean out here for by RJ Smith. Yeah, so it is RJ Smith who was trying to clean the player out to make the ball available, and the referee has decided that a shoulder charge to the body, and it will be a reverse penalty. Was going to be a penalty for the Stormers, now it'll be a penalty for the Sail. So once again, RJ Smith's discipline getting the better of him. Right, 20 minutes have gone by quite quickly, actually. It's been quite a nice tempo to the game. So far, long may that continue. You know, we want to see a good game. We want to see good tempo. We want to see some nice tries. And we've got 146 votes on the poll, so I am going to close it because we're going to think of a new poll. And first saying, do you think the Lions can 3-0 Australia? I think that I'll be very surprised if they don't. I just look at some of those players they're going to have in the team, and I look at this shit show that is Australia. And yeah, I just don't see how they don't, to be honest. I mean, if you got, I'm trying to think of that Lions team, you're going to have like Finn Russell feeding Bundyaki. He's in the form of his life with like, he's going to be outside center. You could have Hugh Jones, could be old Gary Ringrose or yeah, probably Ringrose. Oh, cheapest, yeah, I know. Oh dear, charge down. And Hartenberg, oh, that's a gift from Rob Dupree. We've seen that before, unfortunately. And Hartenberg is the beneficiary. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Rob Dupree and another charge down. Springbok supporters will know too well about his charge down. That wasn't his debut, and unfortunately, kind of that's the only real memory he's got of playing for the Springboks. And once again, yeah, just too slow. And Hartenberg reads it really well. Gets a very lucky bounce. Bounce towards him as well. Jumps up. Over he goes. And the Stormers hit again. Right, my Buck 1 for 1, looking to try and add an extra 2, and Stormers trying to take a 14-point lead. We said no, when Kwaka was made, the mold was melted. He's one of a kind. Well, I'd say I'm just so glad people are finally appreciating the Kwaka Smith, you know. And at the end of the day, you know, people still need to start listening to me. Like, I could have told you. I did tell you for years that this man could play Springboks and be an absolute star. That man of the match performance against New Zealand for the Barbarians, that should have been enough evidence. And speaking of evidence, if you want some evidence that Molly Liebach has sorted his goal kicking out, that's another good strike from him. Really unfortunate there for Rod Dupree. Hartenberg won't complain. The youngster gets a try out of it. And Stormers lead 14 points nil as the 25-minute mark does approach. Decent kickoff there for the Stormers. Almost a bit messy, but they do manage to retain the ball. Ball outside the 22, so this will be competitive here from Herschel Yankees. In fact, I think he actually might want a ball carrier. Ben Jason Dixon has said, give it to me. Massive Ben Jason Dixon fan. So again, if you want to listen to the rugby wisdom, I'm saying he will be a Springbok one day. That's my bold prediction. I think he's just got everything. Hard work, graft, nice and young, versatile, can play across the at either lock as well as on the flank. Deep kick there, and it's well fielded in the end from Telesa Vianu. So a sail on the charge as Tom Currie's met in the tackle. And I think every Stormers player will want to try and tackle Tom Currie today. Now Augustin Currie, the Argentine legend, carrying the ball up. Now Gus Wall goes to the boot. Tom Currie, one of those chasing, as is Alex Willis. Great take that from my box. Been hit in the tackle by Tom Currie pretty well, but done very well there. Has Stormers fly off. No, I lie. It's been nicked on the ground there. I think it's Sam Dugdale who got over that. Very, very good win. That turnover ball now for Sale. Gus Wall eventually managed to get it out towards Josh Bowman. Good player is the big number 8. Now Rob Dupree looking to try and make amends for that mistake, which has cost them a try. Goes back to Augustin Currie, who's met in the tackle pretty well. I think it was Ben Jason Dixon who got up nice and quickly. Little cross kick there from Ben Jason Dixon. Well, I mean, not Ben Jason Dixon, from Rob Dupree. Oh, cheap as me. Well, my box been run over there. I think it was Dugdale once again. Good hands now for Sale. And Currie, I tell you, he's everywhere. Don't tell him he's old, because, yeah, jeepers, look at it. Oh, that's a nice ball. That's a brilliant ball there. And it's Johnny Hill. Johnny Hill with the pace, the power, the legs, and he's over. And Sale hit back. That's a great little offload there. That'll make Rob Dupree feel a little bit better about life. Was actually, I think he actually, I don't think he played any games in Cape Town with Johnny Hill when he was out here on the Lions tour. He's kind of fallen out of favour, really. Not really playing for England anymore. It's a great pass there from Rob Dupree, and then he runs a really good supporting line as well. And Damien Williams can't get across and stop the marauding lock, but it's just that delay of the pass there, just bang, just delays it as he gets to the inside of Dan du Plessis. And then he's got the pace as well. Very good try, very good moment there from Rob Dupree. Still taking the time to get back to the halfway line. So 14 points to 7. I said that's a nice crowd, and hopefully we'll have some tries. And tries of what we had so far. 3 in the opening half an hour. Can't complain, really, as a supporter. All right, we need a poll here. What's our next poll? And that's one back from the Stormers. That's a brilliant kicker from them. Hershey Yankees goes to David Williamson. Long pass out towards Mani Liebach. He sees a bit of space in behind there. Leon Zas is calling for the ball and just doesn't pop up. Does the grabber Rob Dupree? Leon Zas getting reacquainted as the ball runs out for a Sale line out. I need a poll here, people. What are we going to say? What do we want to try and talk about? I'm going to ask you an interesting one. Who is the most exciting Stormers prospect? So a player who hasn't played for the Box yet, for example, and is on the on the rising thing. I'm going to put in Dan du Plessis. Rob Dupree is this Rob Dupree down? But he was just up and fine. I'm a bit confused. It can't be Rob Dupree. I'm going to put in Dan du Plessis. I'm going to put in Ben Jason Dixon. I'm going to put in Hachiba Daimani. He's not young. Oh, he's not old, to be fair. And I'm going to put in Suleiman Hartsberg. He really is that young. So I want to decide who I'm most excited about out of those players. For me, probably Ben Jason Dixon. I'm trying to decide if Daimani even counts as a prospect, but I don't really have anybody else to put in if you look at this team. Yeah, the youngsters, RJ Smith maybe. Nah, actually, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Right, that's my poll. you know, go and vote who you're most excited about, basically. Which of those players you think are going to play Springboks and are really like, you know, banging the door down. Let me know. In the poll, free kick there for Sale from the Sharks. Bit sloppy that. I think it's getting the numbers wrong, actually, which is a bizarre thing to concede. Rob Dupre will kick this further down park. He's going to keep it in field. Obviously, the free kicks, so he's not going to concede, and he's actually turned Damien Willemse. The ball's bounced back towards Hirsch Yankees, and it goes back to Damien Willemse, who's looking for touch. No, he's not. He's up against touch line. Rob Dupre there. And he's slightly isolated. A good tackle from Leon Zas. And a couple of Stormers players trying to do the counteract, but the Sale Sharks players do arrive and secure the ball. Asanya now, the replacement Loosehead. Gus Wallace is high. And Willemse came flying in. I think he's knocked it forward here. And Diamani has kicked it ahead. And then he's trying to grab her, and he's just smacked into the face of Gus War. So it might be a bit dizzy there. And I think that's actually come off Gus War. Got out. So I think it'll be a Stormers line out. I thought this was initially a knock-on from Damien Willemse, but apparently not. That's a bit of a messy line up there, and eventually just hacked away downfield. Money Leibach's going to get back here, or is he going to get back? So it does roll out, so it will be a Stormers line out just outside the 22. I'll tell you what, that wasn't actually far from being a 50-22. Unless it was actually carried back. I'm not entirely sure where we actually started. Right, Andrew Hugo Fenter on the 22. Goes to Ruben van Heerden. Good take from him. Nice and flat now. Chidi Diamani steps inside. He's straight through this. David Diamani. He's still through. Look at the pace. Oh, and his step drop to prayer. He's going to go away. Surely not. The ball back inside. Oh, no. It's been intercepted. Oh, no. That would have been phenomenal for Machiba Diamani. Absolutely phenomenal. Aaron Reed, the man who comes to the save the day there. But the Stormers do win a penalty while Chiba Diamani. I tell you what. The number 8 stocks in this country between Cameron Harnacorn, Chiba Diamani, Franco Horn, and Pilo Gamedi, the way he's playing at the moment. I mean, we're not even talking about the likes of an Evan Rose who's currently injured. There's just, look at that. The pace. He's electric. He's absolutely I reckon he almost could have gone the whole way, actually. And the ball back to Hirsch just not quite good enough. They do win the penalty, though, so the Stormers on the front foot here. Yo, the lack of respect for Ben J. Dixon in that poll means you guys need to start watching rugby. That guy is exciting. Going for the rolling maul once again. The Stormers haven't been brilliant at the rolling maul so far this match. Penalty advantage here, though. So a bit of a roll of the dice. You can see Hirsch Yankees wants to get this ball out. Goes to Dan WBC. Goes to Money Leibach. Fires it short to Leon Zats. Under the poles he goes. Easy as you like. That's really good work from the Stormers. Money Leibach got a nice little ball there to him. Oh, yeah, just when you're playing like that, this is more the Stormers that we've been waiting to see this season. They're starting to click into gear a little bit. Richard's saying, I think our lower tier teams, Kings, Pumas, Falcons, should perhaps play in competition in, for example, Miracles or Eastern Europe. Love for it, just we can't afford it. You know, if there's big money that comes to the party, maybe, but I mean, logistically, you know, to send a team like a Pumas, for example, to the States, I mean, are we talking a tour there, for example? Are we talking like a 6-week competition? you know, financially, it's going to be huge. So, yeah, it'd be fantastic and it'd be phenomenal, you know, to be able to play in like, you know, Europe and stuff, but it just costs so much money. As it is, we've got our players flying economy. Our World Cup winning stars are flying economy to all their matches and stuff like that at the moment, the URC and stuff like that, sort of show you the financial impact. So, you know, if logistically it wasn't such a big challenge, I think it'd be fantastic, but just, yeah, so complicated. Good, another nice strike there from It was right in front, pretty easy for him. And he takes his tally at 6 for the game, and the Stormers up to 21 points. Searching for a first half bonus point try, which would be the perfect way to get things going down in Cape Town. Right, so something slightly different. They're going towards Damien Williams from the kickoff, who's dealt with it pretty well, just outside of 22. 6 minutes left on the half, we'll call it just over 5. Nearly for sheer. So the Stormers, I think Stormers get to half time with the score. I think they'll be pretty happy with life. Now here's Yankees. Listed high for the corners Kasan to give chase. Even Van Heerden's there as well. And it comes back to Benjamin Dixon, who goes to Hirsch Yankees. Marty Liebach fires us out towards Damien Williams. Damien Williams sees a bit of space, steps inside. And now looking for the kick. He's looking for that 50-22. In fact, I tell you, oh my living, Damien Williams, what can't you do? That is unreal. I'm sure he was inside his own half. Yeah. Damien Williams, that is filthy. That is absolutely filthy. He steps aside 2 players as he gets towards the halfway line. He puts it to the boot. 50-22. I've been saying it for a while. Damien Williams is up there with the best players in the world right now. He genuinely is. But if it's fun with Machuda Mani from the line out, and he's going to have to try and get things back on the front foot here. Nearly for sure. That's a nice strong carry. It's interesting. You can often see when there's going to be a good carry. Like sometimes like players just have that like either a line or a nice start or they just decide that they're going to carry strongly this time, and they didn't knock the ball on there to the Stormers, so it will be a scrum. Yeah, so funny enough, again, maybe this is me preempting it as well. On Thursday, I said, and I stand by what I said that the Stormers this season don't scare me like the Stormers of the last couple of seasons. I said that they've had some really good results, but they just haven't looked like the team that you like fear, the team that can just pump you very quickly. And this is that team. Today's performance, we are seeing that team. I mean, they could have easily scored another try or 2 here. And everything's just working. Defensively, looking pretty sound. Apart from that try, a slight switch off, but on attack, they're looking absolutely seamless. Right, charge down cross kick there. And it's actually worked out really, really well. They've broken a line break here. They've got options. Sam James puts it to the boot. Damien Williams says, desperately trying to get back. He will get back first. And he's just going to kick it out. Not taking any chances whatsoever. He had Alex Willis on his heels. And as you can see, sort of just does this, kind of says, what else was that supposed to do? There's no other option there for Damien Williams, so it'll be a 5-meter scrum here for Sale. And once again, maybe that's me literally just, but that's just, well, it's just a favorable bounce, really. The two players colliding with each other. Sam James wondered if he shouldn't have gone to Willis on his left, actually. It's ended up with a 5-meter scrum, so it's turned out quite well, but not entirely convinced that was the best option when he had a man to the left he could have used. So I was saying the Stormers have got everything right here. Let's see if they can get the defense right now. 5-meter scrum for Sale. Really big opportunity for this to try and reduce the deficit before half time. Free kick for Sale. I'm sure they just asked for a reset here. Another scrum here. Could have gone with a tap and go, could have Sale. Would have been tempted, actually. No, they go with the tap and go. Currie to pick areas up. Oh, a bit of a set move there. Bit of a change of angle, but the Stormers read it well. Pick up and go from Tom Currie. Penalty advantage for Sale, so they've got a bit of a roll of the dice here. What can they conjure up here, can Sale? They might see him move back towards the back line. Currie, he's over. He's relentless. He's inevitable, is Augustin Currie. He just can't stop. He just can't stop. He won't stop. Big moment in the game there. Actually, to be honest, not great defense that from the Storms, but he just gets so low as Augustin Currie. So difficult to stop from that kind of a distance. So yeah, fair enough, fair play. What a player! What a player! If he wants the captain for some reason, not quite sure what. But on the brink of half time, that was an important time to score for Sale to keep themselves in the match. They got it at 21-7, then you're thinking it's a pretty big amount of decline, but you go now 21-12 or 14, and you're one try back away from being really back in it. Right, Rocky Priya, can you add the 2 extras on the brink of half time? The answer is yes. That's a very good kick from him, actually. All right, 21 points to 14. Sale will actually go into half time thinking they got a bit of momentum. Stormers on attack, though, have looked like scoring almost every single time they've got the ball. And you can see the Sale Sharks coaching staff really getting behind them, saying, come on, boys, you're actually very much in this. It's Ernston Rain, by the way. Not playing today. He's had a brilliant start to life at Sale. And yeah, I think you'll enjoy being back in Cape Town. It's interesting because I don't think people really viewed him as that big of a loss, and yet he's been a top performer for Sale so far this season. But yeah, that is half time, people. We will see you after the break. Don't go away. Smash a like on the video if you haven't already, and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. And I'll see you in a few. Right, we are back for the second half, and Stormers leading 21 points to 14, but Sail Sharks really much not out of it. They scored just before halftime, and to really get themselves back in the game. It was a good first half at times for the Stormers, but frustrating to concede those 2 tries. I'll tell you what, with ball in hand, they are looking very deadly. They will play right to left in the second half. Marnie with the ball in hand. He will get things underway. He goes down that right-hand side. Corners Costana is off, but he did win back a kickoff earlier, and it's a good take in the end there by, I think that was Sam Bedlow. I think it's important yet for the Stormers to score first. Sale score, and all of a sudden they would have scored 2 unanswered tries. They would be sort of back to almost level, and yeah, I think it'll be difficult for them to. For Stormers, I think they'll just be playing a lot more confidence. There's also changed, by the way. It looks like James Harper has made way, and Apoku Fordia is onto the park, the big tight head. Great takeout from Damian Willemse. He's got a bit of space in front of him. Damian Willemse steps outside. Still going as Damian Willemse. Into the 22, the Stormers go. Brilliant work from the fullback. Dan du Plessis getting away from 1. Penalty advantage here, I think, as well. Nearly Bashir. Liebach just hammers it towards the right side to Zas. What a take that is from Zas, but he does go down. Throws it wide to Suleiman Hotspur. Cuts inside. Gets the ball away to Dion Free. High-octane stuff in the early stages of the second half. It's a great pickup off the ground there. I think that was Ruben van Heerden. No, in fact, it's Ben Jason Dixon. Ball comes loose, forced to Steve Tole. He pops it onto the ground to Chiba Diamani. So the Stormers lost a bit of momentum here. Still have an advantage, I think. Ruben van Heerden now gets away from 1. Strong ball carrying this from the Stormers. Hoshiyanki's quick service. No advantage there. I think it was actually an infringement from the Stormers. Go back all the way to the right-hand side for that penalty. And cheap as me. Damon Willemse, I mean, he had a ridiculous 50-22 earlier in that, or later in that second half. And that's a brilliant take, step, the works. And it's offside. There's the penalty. Big opportunity early on here for the Stormers. They'll just knock it into touch here, looking for that bonus point try, which the Bulls got as well earlier on today. So, yeah, it'll be very important for them to try and get that. Ball the back there. Andrew Hugo wants the call. She wants to use it, but they managed to break down the right-hand side here. But there's hands on Andrew Hugo Fenter. I think it's no longer a ruck. It's actually been ripped by Johnny Hill. Ben Jason Dixon completing the tackle. It's the second time they've lost the ball. The Ronnie Moore's been really poor today for the Stormers. Had a lot of good moments and good aspects of their game, but the Ronnie Moore has been torrid tonight. So big opportunity lost once again from the Stormers. Oh, that's a big hit. That's a huge hit. In fact, I think he actually just lodged the ball backwards. So there was the impact there on Ben Bumba. What a cool name. Now Gus Wall taking some time now. He's going to go and Niti Bashir is hitting a couple of rucks there. Now Gus Wall goes to the boot. Looks for a clearance. Does clear. So it'll be a Stormers line out outside the 22. Willemse, I think he might take it quickly. Opts against it. Gus Wall. Shouting a lot there is the young scrum off, or the small scrum off, trying to inspire the players around him. I suppose he's quite young, he's about 24. So, anyway, good line out. Hershey Yankees fires it towards Dan du Plessis in the midfield. Dan du Plessis slips the tackle of Rob de Prier. Always makes me as of Dan du Plessis. Quick ball. Hershey Yankees come off of Dion Free into the hands of Ruben van Heerden. Good take from Ruben van Heerden. Been a brilliant signing that for the Stormers. Now, Marnie Bach fires to Chiba Diamani. Diamani working hard in the tackle, getting away from 1. Eventually brought down. Good work there from the number 8. Having another good game so far. Now Steve Satori. That's a nice big carry from the big loose head. Ball available for Hershey Yankees. Looking for options there. Chips on the left-hand side of Leland Zas. That's a great take, though. A really, really good take there from Toulouse Venu. not sure was the right option for Hershey because I felt the Stormers had momentum there. It wasn't the worst idea, but pretty poorly executed. So once again, Stormers still looking pretty dangerous ball in hand, but just not clinical at the moment. Creating opportunities, but not finishing them. That's a great take from the fullback. We've got a poll running, by the way, saying who is the most exciting Stormers prospect. And yeah, currently got 108 votes. So please go and vote on that as well. Let's see how many votes we can get on. A couple of changes here. That's Luke Cowan-Dickey, by the way, coming onto the park. Augustin Currie gives way. What a play he is. And speaking of youngsters, Nia Thomas onto the park. 20 years old, by the way, is the scrum half. Came out of the academy last year, I think it was. And yeah, very, very young. Has been playing a reasonable amount of rugby actually this season. He's getting about he's got about 245. He's got 245 minutes so far this season. Has played in the Champions Cup against Leinster. That's a good line out there. Ronnie Liebach, Dan du Plessis back on the angle. Tackled by Tom Currie. Liebach. Zas. Slightly isolated. The ball is available for... No, in fact, yeah, it's eventually available for Hershey Yankees. He's been very good tonight, actually, as Hershey Yankees. Fenter, that's a nice strong carry from the hooker. For sheer good hands there, Ronnie Liebach. Oh, well, it would have been nice, but he started straight into the hands of Aaron Reid, unfortunately, from Ronnie Liebach. It was a nice idea. It just wasn't really on there. But now going backwards here, and Sam James just decides to hammer him on his left boot there. Ronnie Liebach has dropped back, looking for options. Sees a bit of space down the right-hand side. He's very isolated, though. And I think he's going to concede a penalty here. He is going to concede a penalty. Yeah, it wasn't the right decision for him to go by himself. He needed to either offload it or go to the boot. Just got himself wrapped up and nobody really around him there. So not the right call from Ronnie Liebach. So 2 mistakes on the scrum on the fly half in short space of time. Been a bit of a long day. It's 20 to 9. We've got so much rugby to watch. Struggle through that Lions game tonight. Might watch in bed. That could be sensational. Pizza, in bed, Lions rugger. Elite. Elite. Right, well, this is a bit of a change. So, Rob du Preez is lining up a penalty. Good decision, I think, actually, that for Sale, who have not started particularly well in this second half. Stormers have been all over them a little bit. So, they're going to take the points here. And this would then mean that they are one converted try. Well, in fact, they're just one try from a potential lead. So, I think it's a good decision to go for the Poles here. Rob du Preez lining things up. And that's going to curve back along the right-hand side. Is that the distance, though? It does. Very, very good kick that from Rob du Preez. A bit of a smile on his face. Yeah, you can see how much it did curve there. So in the end, a very, very good kick from the former Stormers fly half. Did give Slayman Hartzenberg a bit of a gift, but they've cut the deficit to 5 points. Substitution now. That looks like Steve Tolly making way. So that's Ali from Mark. And I think Leon Zas coming off as well. So Warwick Galant on. That's an interesting substitution. Does that mean we're going to see Galant on the wing? I assume so. Unless it's Hartzenberg. No, who's come off? Yeah, so Steve Tolly's come off. So it's Sun's come off for Galant. And yeah, so those are the 2 substitutions. So I assume we're going to see Galant on that right wing, although Hartzenberg chased that. Unless we're going to see Dan du Plessis at outside centre, Damien Williams at inside centre, Hartzenberg on the wing, and Galant at full back. Anyway, we'll find that out now. Sale Sharks, though, it's a decent rally more than for them. And Rob du Preez goes for the cross kick. A lot of space there for Aaron Reid. That's pin. Oh, my word. Oh, that's disastrous. Disastrous, disastrous, disastrous. Such a good kick from Rob Dupree. And straight into the arms of Aaron Reed, but in and out. And if you're taking that, I tell you what, he could have been in. That was a brilliant kick, though, from Rob Dupree. So pinpoint, so well weighted as well. There's another Dupree in the stands. That's Jean-Luc. Ali Mark going down there in this first scrum. Almost 10 minutes passed in the first half here. Don't wake me up. Da, dee, da. That was a bit stale. Penalty for Sale, right? So, oh, gee, how's that for a pat on the head of Ali Mark? Not sure I'd appreciate that, but Asher Pokiforju, what a name that is, the youngster. This being the 19-year-old, and yeah, listen, proper prospect that. He's got the rugby world very, very excited, and fair enough, because to be that good, that size, that competent at that age is pretty special. He's one of those, again, it's going to be about a win, not if he plays for England. And early shout, I could see him... I can see him playing British and Irish Lions if he continues his trajectory. Anyway, Martinez is on the block. It's first carry for him as well. Nice, solid as well. Anybody else there? No, it looks like just him. And Zas has got a bit of space. Gives it to Diamani. Oh, Diamani with the afterburners. Throws it back to Zas. That's a brilliant try. Zas will go over for his second. Stormers with a bonus point. Diamani once again involved. You just can't keep him out the game, can you, at the moment? He's just playing such good rugby. Yeah, it's just really good play between the two players. Unselfish play from Diamani. Just showing the defender and throwing the pass. And as the extras there, there's Martin Liebach, important for Stormers to score next because they were starting to get a bit of a foothold in the game. But that try's going to come at a really good time. And 28 points to 17. Bonus points secured. Now it's about the results. So now you might see a bit less... yeah, it might be less about the tries now. It's more about seeing the game off. Right, so decent kick over there from the Stormers. And Hirsch Yanks will go to the butcher. And he'll end too early. There's the youngster, as we mentioned. A very exciting prospect. Teenage prop. Mark, Zas is good. Yeah, he is. Zas is very good. Not quite the form we saw 2 years ago, where I think he could potentially be on Springbok radar. Knock on there from the Stormers. But getting back to his best, I think. Took a while for him to get going after the injury. A bit of a scuffle here. And that's Dugdale on the ground there. And I believe it is Dion Free who is on top of him. Being dragged off here. The captain of the Stormers. Luke Count Dickey of all people being a bit of a peacemaker, as well as Rob Dupree. Yeah, I'm not impressed though. Is Dion Free? He's calmed down a lot in the last few years. So it's been a while since we've actually. I mean, in his early years, Dion Free was never far away from a scrap. I'm not sure if there's a word said or something because you didn't appreciate that. Right, scrum, yep, eventually. And this time, penalty for the Stormers. That'll mean a lot for them after a bit of a scuffle as well. And Marcel Tennyson getting stuck into Johnny Hill. That's an interesting one to go after. So now a bit of an edge to the game here. I think there must have been words said to Dion Free that he wasn't particularly impressed. And I think, the reaction there shows you that I think now is a bit of a bit of an edge to it. Right, so now the Stormers into Sail Sharks territory. 50 minutes in the second half, so we've got 25 minutes remaining. 7 penalties conceded by Sail, just the 4 from the Stormers, so this one's been a bit better so far. Solid carry there from Dan DBC, eventually managed to present the ball to Herschel Yankees, goes to Marcel Tennyson. Nice players, Marcel Tennyson, nice and pretty understated at times. Marnie Buck now, inside ball to Damien Willemse. Damien Willemse stepping in around there, he's obviously operating at centre now. Back to Marcel Tennyson on the angle. Penalty advantage for offside. Yankees goes to Marnie Liebach. Liebach fires it back to Warwick Galant now. Galant's a bit of space. Oh, cheapers, that's really well played. And Willemse rises the head of Johnny Hill, pops it to Herschel Yankees. And the referee saying that's enough. Taking the points here, Stormers again. That's what I said. The bonus point is secure, so now it's about game management. Right, he hasn't missed a beat so far as Marnie Liebach. He's 4 from 4, 100% so far. Full of confidence. I'm going to close the poll there. So I'll ask you who's the most exciting Stormers prospect, and we have decided that it is none other than Mr. Hibachi himself at Shiva Diamani. Dan DBC coming in second with 33%. Lehman Hartzenberg with 15% and 7% going with Ben Jason Dixon, who has really got me excited. I'm a big Dan Jason Dixon fan. So when he does make a Springbok debut, I'll sit there saying you heard it here first. That's a pretty good strike. Has it got going too far left? Oh, it's off the post. It's off the post. And we're actually playing rugby, lads, if you want to go back to the game. And jeepers me, we would nice to have gone back to the game. So seeing as it's been charged down and there's going to be a 5-meter line out for Sale. TV director, they're just getting a bit unfocused there. Too busy looking at the crowd to realize that there's a good game going on. Oh yeah, it's a horrible offload, and to tell you what, he had to really adapt there, did Talisa Vierno. Nice player. The fullback had a solid game actually, but I don't think it was him that was actually stepped. It wasn't him that stepped by Darmani. It might have been the New Zealander fullback. Well, New Zealand born, plays for Tonga. It's a good lineup though. The Stormers have won it. Andrew Hugo Fenter comes away with the ball. So Stormers turnover ball on the 22. Herschel Yankees pops to Netley Bashir. Sale needs to just be careful with the line. Dion Faree now pops to Monty Liebach. Monty Liebach go up to Priya on him quickly. Damian Willemse has to go all the way back, but he's very isolated as Damian Willemse. And Ali Vermaak working really, really hard to try and secure that ball. He does do it very, very well. That's a nice kick there. Stormers trying to hold up Sale. Right, so high tester there for Watchalong, who bumps into Alex Willis and loses the ball out, but Willis did knock it on, so it will be a scrum for Stormers. And Tosca saying, Corm Stormers from Lima in Peru. So there we go, we're international out here. It's actually one of my favorite things to do, is you see a little late hit there on Monty Liebach. Could be a penalty if the referee actually has a look at this. Bit of break and play here. Rob Dupree getting some stretching there, so a bit of cramp there. Right, now we're ready to continue. We start with the scrum. Stormers 93% tackle success rate. Sale with 70%, which is becoming more and more of an arbitrary stat. It's actually interesting. Even Jacques Nioba was doing an interview about that. And just say, you know, it's about the lines getting off the line, making the head, stopping momentum. So it's interesting how you know, things have changed, and now attack completion is not really that big of a deal anymore. Huge scrum, that massive scrum for the Stormers. Penalty advantage. Dan Duplessis popping up to Monty Liebach. Long pass out wide to Gelant, who's knocked it on. And we'll go back for the penalty, and they'll be able to probably go for 3 points potentially again. But decision time, yeah, Brunners. Yeah, they're going to take the points here. Monty Liebach was very close to the last effort, so he's going to have another go here. And why not, really? That's looking a bit better. That's looking a bit better. Yeah, that's straight through the middle. So Moynilovic comes good. 31 points to 17 is the score with 19 minutes remaining. So yeah, Storm is just trying to close this game off now. Bonus point in the bag. Now it's about the result, and that's good game management. Open up a 14-point lead once again. And that's the end of the game, by the way, for Andrew Hugo Fenter. So Joseph Dweb will come onto the park, as well as Dion Ferree, who makes his way off. And now McClubbers on for Dion Ferree. It's a great take from David Williams off the kickoff. Just always makes a few meters. Such a nice player to watch, David Williams. So just special. Very special. That's okay that Master Tennyson Storm is not looking to kick the ball just yet. Now I think Currie Yankees will go to the boot, as he is shaping to do it. Good to see now Clover back on the field, riddled with injuries all the time. But when he does play, tell you what, proper player. That's a nice tackle though. Good touch there from Rob Dupree though. Bit of space on the right-hand side. Yeah, Dugdale brought down by Joseph Dweber. Good tracking on the hooker. It was Marcy White there trying to get on the right-hand side there. I think it is. I think he's just come on. Rob Dupree. Good hands. Dane Williams is getting through the tackle here. And it's a nice tackle there on the young prop there. That was on Asanya. Now, big carry there coming from Ruben Birch. Penalty advantage for Sale. Rod Dupree, bullet pass to Aaron Reed. And no advantage there. They'll go back for the penalty. So Tom Curry's going to leave the park here. He's got a bit of a cut above his eye, so he's going to leave for a blood bin. Which means that Tommy Taylor will come onto the park. And that looks like it's RJ Smith making his way. So that will be Connor Evans is on, the youngster. Which I think means that, just Brock Harris and Paul DeVette to come on now for the Stormers. Well, Paul DeVette's just come on. There goes Herschel Yankees. Another solid game from him. Looking much better at the moment as Herschel. Does seem to be feeling that right hamstring of his, which would be a bit of a concern. But Paul DeVette, I think it was that Leicester Tigers game. It was an away game where I just thought he marshaled the team so well. Neilton Bashir still going strong. Brock Harris, the ever young Brock Harris, the option on the bench. Paul DeVette goes to the left-hand side. Tennyson goes to Leon Zas. He's got a bit of space in front of him. Brings in Jiva Daimani. He throws a bit of a wild pass back inside that Moynilovic has to chase. He's not looking for options. He sees a bit of space himself with Moynilovic. He's got a lot of pace. He's got Damon, so it's Warwick Lunt on the inside. Chips over the top on the right-hand side, therefore. I think it's that number clever, actually. It's Warwick Lunt. Warwick Lunt. Has he got the pace? Warwick Lunt is going to go over. I think he has, I think he has. That's a great try. Look at the pace. Look at the pace. The question is, does he touch it? No. Oh, does he touch it there? Lost forward, I think. Lost forward. Not quite. Close, but no cigar for Warwick Lunt. He needs that, actually. He's been under a lot of pressure. Hasn't been the best of forms since coming back. A lot of people sitting there going, what happened overseas, because it's a whole different player that seems to have arrived back. But that has definitely been lost forward. Right, so here comes Mousy White. The debut for him. Reed will depart. And I think that's Tom Curtis coming on as well. Don't wake me. And here comes Brock Harris. Yeah, Reed is off. Oh, why are there bugs in here? Go away. Big scrum this. It is the Sale Shark scrum, but Stormers have been pretty powerful so far, and it said that Brock Harris can come onto the field, but unless he's grown hair, that is still needing for sure tight head. Right, big scrum here. Yo, that's a big scrum. That's a huge scrum. Yeah, I'm going to have a reset, but jeepers me, with the Stormers getting involved there. Pop straight back up, but that was, I mean, that was just trying to run through there. All right, let's see if they can do it again. Can they do it again? Yeah, it's a bit of fresh legs there. Now, Marcel Tiernis and Connor Evans in the engine room there. And just need to make sure they get it right, Chad. Big penalty for them if they can get it, but they need to wait for that ball to come in. And they go, yeah, see, they kind of overextended a little bit there. Ball's available at the back there. And it's an industrious carry, that. Coming from Birch. Now, Osanya. On Osanya there. And the loose head on the left-hand side. The Sails right back inside the 22 with 14 minutes to go. And now Thomas. Decent clearance that actually from the young scrum off. Right, good line at that. And now Monty Leibach sees a bit of space on that right-hand side. Chips it over the top. Right, Chivitai Monty to chase. That's a nice kick in for Monty Leibach. This is, again, game management here. Just about pinning them back, keeping them inside their own half here. So it's good work. Right, looking for more here are Sale Sharks. Deep side 22, Lucan and Dickey comes off the back there, brought down by, that is Brock Harris. The lesser haired Brock Harris in the opening for sure. Welcome, Corey, to the chat, saying, greeting a couple of players, saying, a Western Prize boy looks great on any kit. Stormers forever, regardless, saying, you have to admit, Steve looks outstanding tonight in blue. Well, I'll try. Blue does tend to be my color. Brings with my eyes, apparently. So, we've actually got a lot of blue shirts here at Ferris Sport. I think I've got like 3 of them. Because the World Cup shirt was blue. Yeah, I've actually got a lot of blue Ferris Sport shirts. You get a red shirt for the Lions, for the lads. But yeah, that's because Forever Rugby is obviously blue in terms of our color coding. Red is the motorsports. Pick up and go. The Paul DeVette there. He's got a lot of pace, this Paul DeVette. Storm's trying to get back on the front foot. Connor Evans. Now Paul DeVette goes to Chividai Marnie. tell you what, he could be in contention for another man of the match performance here. I mean, Leon Zas scored 2 tries. Trying to think, I mean, Daniel Williams has been so. Oh, a little bit of goosey there from Dan du Plessis. It was a bit naughty. It goes to Brock Harris. Nice solo carry from him, but met hard in the tackle by half the Sale pack. Now Marcel Tennyson. Stormers going through the phases here. That is their 7th phase as the time kicks towards the last 10 minutes. Marnie Block fires it. That's really poor there from Slavin Hartzenberg. I tell you what, this could be a try up for Sale. Vienna's got a lot of space. And he's popped it straight back into Achieva Diamond, who's absolutely everywhere today. Spins away from the tackle, creates a bit of time as well for some players to get back. He has out of the match performance. I mean, based on that. He's been sublime. Sublime. All the way back are the Sharks, but Paul de Vet doesn't find touch. And it's a nice tackle eventually coming on Alex Willis. Thomas fires it out, but so Sale having to restart just outside the 22 though. So Stormers back in defensive mode. Half a gap there for Birch. And backwards with the call there. That's silky hands. Vienna right up against the touchline. Moy Liebach. As it was, Eddie from Mark, ball pops up into Leon Zass's hands. Oh no! That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Leon Zass has just tossed the ball up into the hands of one of the Sale players who just scored. That's bizarre. What was he doing? Well, somebody's asking, is Leon Zass good? You won't want to watch the replay from that. He was going to pop it to Brock Harris. He almost like pulled out of it. It's just tossed it straight into the... Oh, that's bizarre. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And Rob Dupree, I tell you what, as it curled in, it has curled in, right? Well, game on, courtesy of a Christmas present, late Christmas present there from Leon Zass. That's just a moment of madness from the wing. He did so well to make the interception, and then just what was he doing? I don't even know what he was thinking. That is the most bizarre try you will ever see. Mental. Absolutely mental. Yeah, another 7-point game all of a sudden. Right, well, that's the end of Rob Dupree's game, by the way. Curtis has come onto the park. Tom, that is. And they go pretty short now to the Storms, and they're trying to win it back. And now all of a sudden, it's a very interesting 10 minutes or 8 minutes left. Call it 3 minutes left. 3 minutes. 7 minutes left. 73 minutes on the clock. And Leon Zass has gifted Sale Sharks an opportunity back into the game, who are now really, genuinely in this. I still can't believe what I've just seen from Leon Zass. That's bizarre. I still want to know what he's trying to do. And so casually as well. Oh, no, then 8 for Marks is in and out. So scrum for Sale Sharks. Oh, I tell you what, Storm is throwing this away. They do certainly look like they're doing their best to. Yeah, I don't see how you look past it. You don't want to man of the match, to be honest. Penalty for the Stormers. How important is that? That is a huge moment in the game. You can see by the reaction from Ben Jason, from Ruben van Heerden on the floor, how important that was. Right, well, important kick that, important penalties. They put them right back in 22. And the Stormers score here, then they've pretty much got the game wrapped up. But, yeah, so this is a huge, huge win that. Massive penalty. So, so important. Right, Joseph Dweber. We all know he's had his fair share of line struggles, but he finds Connor Evans. Good line up there. Pops back to Joseph Dweber. Go for a run, Joseph. Yeah, it's not a bad carry. Adding for Mark. Clubber. Gets away to Daniel Willemse. Now playing at centre. Tackles the course. They have to let him go. He does let him go. And the ball tops to the side. Paul de Vet now pops it to himself, basically. Referee getting in the way here. Probably goes to Marcel Tennyson. Diamante being cleared beyond the ruck there. He pops it up, goes to Connor Evans. As I said, the work rate from Diamante has been sublime. Paul de Vet. Oh no, Addy for Mark once again has knocked it on. You're having a terrible time out there as the loose head prop. Yeah, uncharacteristic from him. Oh, geez, but that try. He could have made it. I'm telling you right now. If Achieva Darmani in that break had just put his head down, I reckon he would have gone all the way, and it would have been a hell of a try. But surely he's been named man of the match here, people. Like, how do you look beyond him? He's been phenomenal. Phenomenal. Much better scrum that from Sale going on the right hand side, yeah. Just under sort of 2 minutes, but they've lost the ball forward, yeah. So Stormers would actually probably take a scrum, yeah. But another Clubber, they're playing. Now kicked ahead by Watchalong. It's a clever kick, actually. Ah, it's a phenomenal kick. That's a brilliant kick. Right into the corner. It literally could not go a centimetre further. That would have been too far. That is as pinpoint as you get. And that's the perfect type of like game management kick. Just a kick over the top. You know, just stays inside. So they just go short to Sale, but they've got a long way to go. And Thomas, he's going to go to the boot, but I mean, with literally 70 seconds to go, can't find touch, doesn't find touch, goes to Ian Zas, who goes to Watchalong. Watchalong sees a bit of space on the left-hand side. Good offload there to Zas as well. Valance had a couple of nice touches now. Hopefully feeling his way back into a bit of form. DeVet goes to Liebach. Liebach's going for that cross kick. He's seen a lot of space out wide. It's a good take, though. Really good take. And it's hacked ahead there. And Suleiman Hartzenberg's going to work all the way back, as is Marty Liebach. Marty Liebach's going to get there first. Good pick up on the ground as well for Marty Liebach. He managed to stay in right now. He needs to go on a run. He needs a bit of support. He chips ahead. And that's a penalty. But been taken out off the ball there. So that should be the game, really. Was such good work there by Marty Liebach. Yeah, pretty clear obstruction there, so I'm not quite sure what they're moaning about. Taking the play out, right, penalty here. They'll bring in the kicking tee. That should be the match. And he's got a yellow card as well for his efforts. Not that it really matters, that the 80-minute mark is gone. So unless this misses and they continue playing, they won't notice the numerical deficit at all. Right, Marty Liebach looking to just deny Sale really a losing bonus point here. They are currently 7 points behind. This kick would take them to 10 points. Right, Marty Liebach after the whistle has gone. And bang, looking pretty good as well. Yeah. Left. No, down goes left. And Sale will continue to play. Game is not done just yet. Imagine they go and score. It'd be mental if they did. Now they're behind the poles and they eventually get that ball down. That will be the game, though, for the Stormers. Huge win for them. 31 points to 24. Sale Sharks, well, they gave it a good effort. But the Stormers just too strong. Too strong. Achieve Army, absolutely world-class. Marty Liebach, good. You can see what I mean. He's absolutely dead in his feet as Marty. What a game from him. Damien Wimser, great. Marty Liebach, great. Hershey Yankees, much better. Angelo Hugo Fento, solid. Dion Free, a bit quiet. But good performance there from the Stormers. They almost gave it away, but overall got the result. That's just the main thing. Let me know what you think of the game down in the comments below. And smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Roos will be live in about half an hour. So please do go and show your support. It's a late night game. There's nothing worse than being a bit lonely on a late night game. So go and say hi to Rudy, who will be live for the Lions versus Montpellier game. And apart from that, I'll see you guys all next weekend from my side. Yeah. We'll be live tonight. We'll be live tomorrow for the Cheese game as well. So hopefully you can go and join it. The presenters there. Keep well, keep safe. Oh, sorry.